Hey y'all. I am laughing because I was just talking to my office manager, Kate, and she we were talking about how busy it is right now because my first level animal communication class starts tomorrow. And I was like, okay, I'm going to relax now. I'm going to relax now. And she's like, yeah, I say fake it till you make it. And I don't know if there's anything worse than faking relaxation. All right. So we are talking today about, let me introduce myself. Danielle MacKinnon, animal psychic. I've been teaching people how to learn animal communication and working with people on animal communication for like almost 20 years, which, yes, makes me old. So I see Laura saying, hi, Danielle. Thanks for doing these. Hi, Laura. Okay, so here's how what we're going to do today. We're just going to do a little talk on animal communication. On animals and how smart they are. Yeah. So animals are very smart, but a lot of people don't know this. So this is what I want to know first. Who's here that considers themselves to be like a full-on big-time animal lover? Just type yes in the comments if you are an animal lover, because there's people who like animals. There's people who are like, I love my dog, but who here, and I tend to attract them, is like full-on, I'm all over it. This is me. I love animals. This is my thing. So type that in when you have a chance. I want to see a whole bunch of people. Okay, so Heather says yes. Heather is one of my new practitioners, one of my new animal communication practitioners, and yay, she's here. And she's awesome. If you want to get a reading from her, you can go to my practitioner page on my website, daniellemackinnon.com. Everybody is saying yes. Yes, we love animals. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. Okay, so you're a big, huge animal lover. I am a big, huge animal lover too, but I still run into challenges with my animals. And I'll talk about my dog, Bella. Bella, we used to, and this was years and years ago, long time ago. I've evolved since then. Bella used to bark all the time, and she would run into us, and she was a chocolate lab, and she was just like really, what would you call it? Like all over the place, and kind of in the back of our minds, we never really said it out loud, but we would think, she's not that smart. Oh, she's not that smart. She's not that smart. And we loved her no matter what, but we thought, oh, she's not that smart. Who's thought that about their animal? Please put it in the comments. Did you think about your animal? Have you ever thought, well, this cat, this dog, this horse, love them, but not quite so smart? I feel badly. So let me know if you've done it. Fess up. I know you guys don't like to fess up. And it's hard for me to admit too, right? I'm an animal communicator. I'm a well-known animal communicator. And yet and my husband we really thought one of our animals was just not that smart. She would come in and she would like bump her butt on us, and she would bump the other dog out of the way, and she would bark all the time, no matter what we said. And she really just spent a lot of time doing only exactly what she wants. So please admit it. I want to see who here is willing to admit it, that they maybe thought an animal in their life wasn't that smart. Doesn't mean you didn't love the animal, but have you ever thought that? Oh, the comments are not moving. There we go. Anna says, yes, difficult to admit. Anna, I love your transparency. It's scary, right? And Susan says, yes, with the crying face emoji. It's scary to admit that, because here you are, an animal lover, and that you're kind of looking down on one of your animals. Michelle says, I question my bird's intelligence at times, but then he proves me wrong real quick. Michelle, I saw that you're signed up for my animal communication class that starts tomorrow. Woohoo! Yay! That's so awesome. I feel like we've been waiting years to work together. So I'm psyched to have you here. If you guys are interested in that class, type soul and you can learn about it. My Tuka bot will send you some information about the class that starts tomorrow. Jody is admitting it. Vicky is admitting it. Brianna is admitting it. All right. So here's the thing. Laura says, my ex used to say my cat wasn't very bright, but I didn't believe him. But that's mainly because I've taken your class and read your book, so I knew better. That's awesome. All right. So I felt the same way about my dog, Bella. As I got deeper into animal communication, as I started being able to hear from the animals, I learned that even when an animal appears to not be smart, even when Bella is running through the door and running all over everything and bumping people out of the way, it didn't mean that she wasn't smart. What it actually meant was that she was calculated and knew exactly what she was doing. There's so many times when I'm talking with an animal intuitively, right? I'm an animal psychic. I hear animals in my head. A lot of you who are here also hear animals in your head, because you've learned to do this. And the animal's like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm doing that because that's what gets their attention. I'm doing that because that's what brings up the emotion. What the animals are doing is they are trying to get us to come out of our head, come out of our everyday, blah, daily, go-ness and notice what's going on. So one of the things that Bella was helping me and my husband with was being more present in the everyday. We both have this tendency to put our head down and work. That's one of the things I was just talking to Kate about, was that I am stressed right now. I have this big, wonderful live animal communication class starting tomorrow, and I'm doing live webinars, and I'm all excited about it. I haven't done this in years. I won't do this again in years. And yet, I'm all amped up. I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of I have anxiety about it, and I can't relax. And that's all I'm concentrating on. If I could keep working until 9 at night, I would, because my head's down. I'm not really in the present moment. I'm preparing for what's going to happen tomorrow. That's all fine. But Bella, when you talk to her, will say, hey, I want you to be present. This is something you have to learn. Stop worrying, stop planning, stop, disconnecting from the world, and be here present in the now. So how did Bella do this? She butt checked us. She would butt check our other dogs. She would butt check us to basically push us into, hey, I'm here, I'm present. So what appeared to be that she was not smart was actually Bella being very, very, very smart. So can anybody share a time when they realized that the behavior that their animal had at that time was actually calculated behavior? And I know it takes a little bit to type that. And Bonnie, I'm going to say my Tuca bot will not respond. She's not smart enough because she's a bot, not an actual animal. If you put soul with a happy face, which I appreciate, but if you put anything other than just the word soul there, Tuca bot won't trigger. So Bonnie, just go back and put soul. Jody says, oh my God, I connected with my dog telling him how handsome he was in my head. Then all of the sudden I heard loud and clear, yeah, I know, LOL. Jody. Okay. So Jody, after we do this here on Facebook, I'm taking it over to Be Open to my membership group. So Jody, we're going to talk more about exactly that there, because one of the things, Jody, that I know you do is you repeat yourself to make sure, and we talked about this recently, to make sure that others get what you're saying. It's kind of a confidence thing and wanting to make yourself heard. And so same thing here. Here you are doing that with your dog. I want to make sure you hear me. I want to make sure you get this. I want to, it's like you're soothing your dog, but over soothing your dog, which is very cool that your dog's like, hey, I know. That's awesome. Okay. Heather says, my dog shoves her nose into my armpit incessantly until I stop what I'm doing and get in the present. Heather, perfect example of, it seemed like if we didn't have this other point of view of what animals were doing, and they're actually working to help us grow, help us be present, help us feel loved, help us believe in ourselves. If we didn't know that, Heather, you could look at your dog and go, my dog's dumb. My dog's sniffing my armpit. This is not a smart dog. It's really cool that you're realizing it's to get you to be present. That's awesome. Jerry says, when one of my dogs jumped the other, because a really big chain of events caused a really big chain of events for me to learn some big stuff. Yeah. So we think that these are random acts, right, guys? We think that the cat is just being mean to the other cats, or the dog is growling on walks, and that's just what this dog is because the dog's insecure. But there's so much more going on here than we are allowing ourselves to think about. So you have to kind of come back around to this idea of every action, no matter how dumb seeming, no matter how idiotic, no matter how frustrating, no matter what it brings up in you, every action that an animal does around you that affects you is actually intended to be something that you can learn from. So if you're interested in learning about my class that starts tomorrow, type soul. Oh, Juan Pablo Ayala, type soul. Awesome. Because I would love to have you be part of that class. It's going to be great. And other than that, we are going to go now. I'm going to read this. My poodle this is Nancy. My poodle has been peeing and pooping in the house ever since we boarded him at a place we were disappointed with. Haven't boarded him there since, but he's still doing it and knows it's wrong. He's let out all the time. Yes, Nancy. So there's something for you to learn from that. It's not that animals don't have, what's the word? They're not trying to get back at you. If something's happening like that and it's being repeated, it's because you're not getting the lesson. So look at how it makes you feel. Look at the emotions that it brings up when your dog is doing that, because that's going to be your clue to starting to learn the lesson. All right, guys, good job, Nancy. You fixed your soul. You fixed soul. So type soul if you want to think about joining me in the class that starts tomorrow. I won't be doing it again for probably until like 2021 or 2022. That's a year. 2022. So this is your big chance. Those of you who are in Be Open, we're going to go over to Be Open now. If anybody wants to join us in Be Open, you can sign up for Be Open by going to daniellemackinnon.com/Be Open, or just go to my website and click community. And all right, guys, see you there. Okay, bye.